About 2 weeks ago, I made an offer to anybody saying that I would be happy to sit down and help them review their LinkedIn profile and make it more sales oriented. The problem most people have with their LinkedIn and their outbound is they treat their LinkedIn like a resume, when in fact you should be treating it like a sales asset when you're doing any sort of prospecting or you're customer facing. And so I had about 5 or 6 people reach out to me. One of the folks who reached out to me is this gentleman named Kasey. And Kasey, he helps companies with R&D tax credits. So he helps startups essentially get back money that the government owes them that they might not know about. And so when he came to me, and I have a couple of screenshots from that call, this is what his LinkedIn profile looked like. He had a cover photo which was from the company he worked at, ADP, and he had this title which said "Stopping Capital Leaks for Startups and SMBs," which isn't bad. The problem was stopping capital leaks for startups and SMBs. Just like a lot of jargon. What are capital leaks? Why are you talking about startups and SMBs? And so there were definitely improvements to be made. The cover photo not doing him any favors, and then in his about section, I think he had some notes in terms of who he was as a person and what he's good at, etc. And well, that's great, quite frankly. A prospect that's looking to try to figure out, okay, how do I save myself money, doesn't necessarily really care about that. And so I gave Kasey some advice, and then he just really turned around his profile. And I want to show you how great his new profile is. This is probably the best example I've ever seen of someone sort of taking the advice I gave them and applying it in a way that I thought was phenomenal. In fact, I actually want to take some things I learned from Kasey over here and apply them to my own profile. So first thing, as soon as I land on his profile, cover photo makes it very clear what this guy's about. The IRS owes most U.S. product and tech companies over 8% of their development budget in a tax credit, and 2/3 of them don't claim it. Take your money back, QR code. I love this. Very clear, to the point, numbers showing me how sort of widespread this problem is. I looked at his name. I don't know that this guy's in sales, by the way, at this point in time. He just seems like somebody who's helpful. And then it says, IRS has your runway, take it back. Very clear, very punchy, to the point, and short. It triggers loss aversion. All of this triggers loss aversion. It's making me think, oh no, I am losing money right now. There's money being left on the table and I don't know about it. And Kasey's the one who's making me aware of this, and maybe I should go to him for help around this. I scroll down and I go to his about page, his new about page, where he was previously talking about himself, just now talks about the problem. And he gets directly to me, like, I rescue these funds to throw your runway a lifeline when it matters most. He understands that a lot of CFOs, a lot of founders are really thinking about how do they extend runway, especially when they're running these companies which aren't quite break even. Yet this is the number one they're thinking about. How long do we have to live? How can we get more savings in order to live longer? And then I love his featured section. This was already good from before, but he essentially has a tax credit education room and then a survey, just useful assets for me. So really well done from Kasey in terms of just improving his profile. And then obviously he's also posting content on the regular. He has 14,000 followers, and I'm not surprised if he can make LinkedIn a really great pipeline generating channel for him, just because he's done such a great job at helping people understand the problems that they're facing and how he is uniquely positioned to solve them.